welcome. Oh, let me get comfy. How you doing? Well, Merry Christmas everybody, and I thought today I would do what I got for Christmas. Why not? Yeah. I'm using my handy dandy new camera, thanks to my darling husband, and a nice new tripod. Not bad, not too shabby. Well, at the side of this book, it's very rare that these ever come on the market. It's my number one, numero uno, present that my husband has bought me. He has spent a long time tracking this down, and God bless him, he went all the way to Minnesota to a library. I think it's Minnesota. I may be misunderstanding how America does things, but it's Ackley Community Library. Ackley, MN? Is MN Maine or Minnesota? I don't know. But anyway, the last time this book was used was the 5th of August in 2011. Let's see. There we are. Isn't that the coolest thing? It really, really is. It's an original. It's a pocket book. It's embossed. That's how I know it's genuine. And inside, copyright 1987 by the McCammon Corporation. Yep. First pocketbooks printing June 1987. It is a first edition. He has searched everywhere for this for me. It's adorable. I absolutely love it. I mean, what do you get the girl who is fascinated by nuclear war and is also fascinated by good and evil, God and the devil, and the Army of Excellence, Colonel Macklin, Roland, Susan Wanda, Black Frankenstein, Sister Creep. Yeah. Oh, what's not to like? I can't believe he actually managed to track me down a first edition pocketbook of Swan Song. I mean, these never come on the market, ever. And, well, in true form, let's go on an adventure with the Army of Excellence. It is a titan of a book. I mean, at 956 pages long. That's a hefty read. And obviously it's split into 3 parts. For those of you who would really like to enjoy the story, the audio is available on one of my playlists. I think it's under Nuclear War. Obviously, if you can't find it there, it'll be under Fantasy. But it is on one of my playlists, and I first got introduced to Swan Song, funnily enough, perusing books to read on Goodreads. And I saw somebody put a review up about it, and I thought, ooh, want to know more. So I did, and I managed to track down an audio version of the story of Swan Song. And from that moment on, I was utterly hooked, and I always said that my wish list would be to have a first edition original of Swan Song, and God bless my husband. He must have been looking for this for a very long time, because as I say, first editions of Swan Song do not come on the market, and when they do, you're looking anywhere between £150 up to £500 just for a paperback. So, you know, to have an ex-library copy is just, I cannot believe how absolutely lucky I am. And it's just stunning. It really is, honestly. Darling, thank you so much, and I will do a full-on review, and I'll take you through this book, because it's not something that I can do in 5 minutes. This type of novel is going to take a wee bit of time to talk about and to discuss. You cannot rush Nuclear War. You really can't, and you cannot rush Robert McCammon. The other one that came out at around about the same time was Stephen King's The Stand. The Stand might have been slightly earlier, but I do believe The Stand was slightly earlier. But they do say that Robert McCammon he's not trying to be Stephen King, he's trying to be himself, Robert McCammon. And if you've ever come across an album by Pink World, by Planet P Project, if you ever get a chance to listen to that album, do so, because Robert McCammon was listening to that album. It's prog rock, progressive rock, in case you don't know what prog rock is, and it's just, you listen to the album, you'll be transported to this book. It's so unique. I think I may even have a copy of that on one of my playlists somewhere. But listen to it, right, and you'll be instantly transported to this book. And in case you didn't know, fun fact, I do believe somebody, I think it might be Paramount, I'm not sure, but someone's bought the rights to Swan Song to turn it into a mini-series. No idea how they're going to do it. I often said if there was one person in the world that could perhaps bring Swan Song to life, it would be Quentin Tarantino. But then you would get the Quentin Tarantino version of Swan Song. So perhaps it would be his version rather than Robert McCammon's. So whoever it is that's bought the rights to turn this into a mini-series, I am very interested, and yes, please tell me more. I think it would be something that I would want to watch, definitely. It's like the very first time I saw The Stand, the one with Gary Sinise, that is far superior to the one that they've recently redone. It is. I just think it had the edge, and Gary Sinise is just, I like him. He's a good actor, and he was brilliant in the 90s version of The Stand. The next one that they did, they branched out a little bit more so you could see what the Captain Trips virus did, but it wasn't the same. Anyway, I digress. I'm talking about The Stand, and we should be talking about Swan Song, Susan Wonder, the girl with all the gifts. Yes, indeed. So, if they are genuinely turning Swan Song into a TV show, I would definitely want to watch it, and I would also be interested if they were turning it into a movie as well. I think there's so much detail in Swan Song that you would need to perhaps do it over a mini-series, definitely. But anyway, Army of Excellence, here we come. Colonel Macklin, sir. Actually, I'm more Team Swan, and you'll understand why when we discuss this later on. But Thank you, darling, for my book. It is glorious, honestly. Isn't that just stunning? And you know what I love about it? It's not pristine. It's got history. Hundreds of pairs of hands have held this book and have enjoyed what's inside. And I feel privileged to own it. The next thing I got for Christmas was The Hotel by Daisy Johnson. It says in the corner, Daisy Johnson is the demon offspring of Shirley Jackson and Stephen King. Boy, am I intrigued. And that was by The Observer, which is a British tabloid, a broadsheet, I believe. Guess what it is, though? It is a signed first edition. I can tell you nothing about this writer. I have never read any of her work. I am very intrigued, and I am so looking forward to definitely having a good read. But I could not believe it. And he turned around and said that she'd signed it for me. I'm like, thank you. Thank you so much. So there we are. That's a signed, yeah. But isn't the artwork intriguing? And do you know what I really like about it? You can see right on the back, there is a cat's bum. Anything that has a cat's bum on it, yeah, I'm down for that. But yeah, I've literally no idea. This is what we know about the hotel. The hotel is bigger on the inside than the outside. Doors and windows do not stay in the same places. The hotel listens. The hotel watches. We'll be at the hotel soon. Well, my goodness me, folks, if that doesn't intrigue you to read it. I mean, it's as though we've got The Shining, but on steroids. I am definitely down for this. I'm looking forward to getting my mitts on it and reading to my heart's content. My family love me. My husband loves me. This is from my husband, because he was so frightened that Swan Song wasn't going to get here in time, because they'd said January, but they pulled out all the stops to get it here. So well done, USA. And this was my reserve present, just in case it didn't arrive. But darling husband, I'm going to enjoy Daisy Johnson. Mwah. Thank you so much. He also got me my joke present, because we buy each other joke presents. How to Survive a Zombie Apocalypse. And I don't even know who. By Jack Haynes. Yeah, Jack Haynes. So this is a handy dandy little book about how to survive a zombie apocalypse. I'm always talking and going on about the zombie apocalypse, and my husband's like, oh yeah, right, like that's ever gonna happen. But joking aside, there's actually some really useful stuff inside here, which, I'm going to enjoy reading through. What does it say? How to defend yourself, build a shelter, start a fire, find food, escape danger, and other survival skills you might need to know. It doesn't just have to be zombies, it could be anything. Yeah, exactly. It could be absolutely anything. And I for one, I like my present, darling husband. It's glorious. I'm going to have some fun with this one. From my youngest child. Oh, sorry, no. I take that back. From my eldest child, Holly by Stephen King. my little girl didn't know what to get me. My eldest daughter didn't know what to get me. So she got me Holly by Stephen King. And again, I know of this novel, but I've not read, obviously, because that's why I'm getting it for Christmas. But I don't know anything about this book either. I know it's been on there on the radar, but it's not one that I've gone out of my way to hunt down, because I thought, well, I daren't in case somebody bought it for me. So Bonnie Dahl is missing. Holly Gibney of Finders Keepers Detective Agency is meant to be on leave, but she finds it impossible to turn down Bonnie's mother's desperate request for help. Then she discovers a single earring close to the location of Bonnie's abandoned bike. Mere blocks from where Bonnie Dahl disappeared live Professors Rodney and Emily Harris. They are the picture of bourgeoisie, respectability, semi-retired lifelong academics, but they are harbouring a savage secret in the basement of their book-lined home. I can honestly attest to the fact that I've never read this before and I had no idea what it was about. But now Holly must summon all her formidable talents if she is to uncover the truth behind multiple disappearances in her Midwestern town. A tour de force, creepy as hell, but full of heart too. Linwood Barclay. Oh. Righto. And when was this produced? That will be quite interesting to find out. Copyright 2023 by Stephen King. This paperback edition published in 2024, which is this year. This is for Chuck Verrill, editor, agent and most of all friend, 1951 to 2022. Thanks, Chuck. Aw, I'm sorry, Stephen, I didn't realise Chuck had passed away. Anyway, that's Holly. So I have no idea what I'm getting into. But again, I know if it's a King, I know I'm going to love it. I love most of King's work. So thank you to my husband and my eldest daughter, and to Monty, my adorable little boy, my little boy cat. He got his mummy her favourite. Yum, 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 yum. Reese's. I love Reese's. Anything chocolate, peanut butter, I'm down for it. Yeah, I'm down for it. I did get a piece of jewellery from my husband that came from Fable, England. That's the packaging. Comes in a nice little gift bag and a little gift box, but I wore it last night. It's on my dressing table, so I'll do a thingy later. But that's the company that made it, and it's a giant. Well, it's a giant. Not really. It's not giant. It's big though, and it's a brooch, and it's a leopard, and or a cheetah. One of the two. It might even be a jaguar. I don't know. I'm a bit lost. Oh, and one that I had to get, which I popped over here. And as you all know, this year we lost our boy, Orca, in March, day after Mother's Day. And my husband had this made for me. I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to hold it in the light, but it's a crystal ball, but Orca is in the middle of it. And it came with a beautiful little stand as well. There we are. and it just sits in it like that, and it's Orca, and it's just so that he'll never be forgotten, because he is our little boy and we love him so much, and I miss him terribly, I really do. It's been a strange year without him. And it's also been Monty's first year with us. And just because you can't see your pets, it doesn't mean that they're not still around you. Indeed. And then last but not least, the White Company. My youngest child got me some beautiful hand lotion and beautiful hand wash with bergamot and vanilla. Absolutely smells divine. It really does, and it's upstairs in the bathroom, and I'll show you that later on a show. But I've been using it this morning and I forgot to bring it down. But yes, so that was my Christmas this year. Books and chocky treats. But I can honestly say my family have been absolutely superstars. The jewellery, the crystal gift of Orca. Oh, and I got a brand new dressing gown from my daughters as well, but that's also upstairs. So, and I will do a quick show of the camera system that I'm currently using. I did get this technically back in September, but I knew it was going to be one of my main presents for Christmas, because the system that I'm using, this brand new recording system, it's not cheap. So I did say that it would be part of my Christmas present, but to be fair, these wonderful, gorgeous books that my husband's sought out for me, I have been well and truly spoiled this year. I really, really have. And I honestly cannot wait to do some book reviews with you regarding The Hotel by Daisy Johnson and Holly by Stephen King, and the zombie survival book, which was by Jack Haynes. And of course, not forgetting Swan Song, which was the ultimate gift, and I wasn't expecting it. I was really, really shocked when that arrived. And he's been looking for it for such a long time. He really has. He's a wonderful husband. I have got beautiful, wonderful daughters that have completely spoiled their mummy this year. So, thank you very much for joining me, my darlings. I hope you're all having the most wonderful Christmas. And can you believe we've got blazing sunshine outside? Which is a change, because it's usually raining in Yorkshire. But thank you very much for joining me, my loves. And hopefully I'll get to see you again before the new year. And if not, well, I'll certainly be doing plenty of shorts for you. So take care and have a good one. Have a fabulous 2025, if I don't see you before then. Bye-bye. Oh, getting old.